Hello, my name is Arushi, and I'm joined with my two teammates today, Emma and Emily. And we're going to be talking about our organization called Produce with Purpose. And here we have one of the photos of us together with a vice principal at one of the elementary schools that we hosted our produce stands at. So we will be talking more about that later.
So just to touch on the origins of our project, we all signed up for this class in our junior year of high school called the Wicked Problem Project. And the idea behind the class was really just to give all the students an hour of the day where they could work on a project of their own interest. And we all shared an interest with food sustainability and the environment. And we really wanted to channel that interest into finding a way that we can help our own community. So that led us to realizing that we wanted to start Produce with Purpose. And that's really how our project began.
Yeah, so talking more about imperfect produce in specific, it's basically reduced price produce that may look bruised or imperfect by certain grocery store and restaurant standards, but it's completely edible, fresh, and sustainably sourced. And billions of pounds of imperfect produce does go to waste every year. Vox estimates that it's about 30 to 40% of all produce that is thrown away, and it results in about $160 billion in waste annually. So it's a really big prevalent issue that we were sure that we wanted to address.
Originally, our plan was to take this produce and sell it for a reduced price at local low income elementary schools near us. But after debating this a little bit further, we decided that we didn't want to have to really sell it to them. We'd rather just give it away because it was imperfect produce and it was just a new concept for them. And so we didn't feel like putting a price on it would be right. But in order to do this, we had to fundraise. And so at first, we sold some candies and cookies at our high school, but that wasn't really enough funding for us. And we spoke to our teacher, and she actually recommended to us Karma for Cara. And we applied and we did get it. I remember the day we got it, it was on my birthday. And it was a very exciting day for all of us because it meant that we could actually truly achieve our project.
So yeah, using this fundraising really allowed us to put our project into motion. And we were able to contact two local farms in our area. One of them was Eden East Farms and the other was Johnson's Backyard Garden. And these really generous farms worked with us and sold us their imperfect produce at a reduced cost. So we were really lucky to connect with these farms, and they really helped our project work out.
So, talking about our produce stands themselves, we would basically plan around our days and go at the end of a school day to visit these schools and host the stands. And as you can see, there were a lot of people. I remember the first one, we went in not really knowing what to expect. And we were scared that maybe, parents wouldn't be interested. But we just remember being overwhelmed and having such a positive response. And so these produce stands were really a lot of fun. Also, I remember at the first produce stands, we were talking with one of the parents, and they mentioned that they weren't really sure how to use some of the more obscure fruits and vegetables that we were giving. And so next time we came back and we made little food samples and recipe cards just to give ideas. And so these produce stands were really a lot of fun and there was great turnout. So it was kind of the motivating factor behind everything that we did with Produce with Purpose. And some of the statistics, we were able to help out over 100 people, 100 different families, and give imperfect fruits and vegetables to them. And it also was about 330 pounds of produce that we collected and donated.
And so going over some takeaways from our project, we did not expect our project to grow the way that it did. It was really special to be able to connect with our community in a way that we hadn't before. So our project, there was so much work that we had to do behind the scenes, contacting people, writing documents, tracking our progress. It was really nice to see the project grow, and we really learned that you can start small with a project, and working together you can keep it going, and with enough momentum you'll be able to really make a difference.
Yeah, I think a lot of times as kids in high school, we're often told, oh, once you get older, then you can do this or then you can do that. But we really learned as high schoolers that we can still do something to make a change with not too many resources. Luckily, we had the Karma for Cara grant, but a lot of it was mostly just our own leadership skills, which we definitely had to build on a lot. We sent lots of emails, and perseverance was also a big thing that we learned from this. I think we sent over 10 emails to elementary schools before we found Allison Elementary School, and it was just a great experience overall.
Yeah, so talking more about future plans, our main one is really to apply for more Karma for Cara grants and use that money to continue hosting produce stands after the pandemic when school opens up again, of course. And another kind of one that we started looking into was contacting restaurants and grocery stores because they also have a big issue with this imperfect produce that they throw away. And so reaching them was initially kind of hard, but we would like to revisit that and get more sources for our imperfect produce. And below there, you can see our website, producewithpurpose.weebly.com. And we wrote a lot of blog posts tracking our progress and basically described more in detail about what we did. And so if you guys are interested, please feel free to check it out and donate if you can.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time. Please let us know if you have any questions.